What's happening, baby?
Everything's happening.
It's all happening.
Welcome, dear listeners, to It's All Happening, your musical journey of and through this world we live in. I'm Andy Valeri, producer and host of the program, thanking you for making It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. We kicked off today's edition with the lead-off track to Northern Ireland's Cashier No. 9 and their stellar release, To the Death of Fun, which I'll admit it's hard sometimes in today's world not to feel the need to raise a toast to that ourselves. But rest assured, if you stay tuned for the next hour, we'll have plenty of groovable fun to partake in via today's episode, which will include some solid jams from the likes of Toots Hibbert, Nino Tempo, The Clash, Todd Weidner, Pondering, Victor Krummenacher, and much, much more. For information on the program, including playlists and online versions, please visit the Big Beef Productions website at www.bigbeef.com. So let's get back into the music, starting off with this anthem of workers' self-declared independence from oppression and conformity. This from the reggae great Toots Hibbert, doing Dylan's classic, Maggie's Farm.
The American people must have more than a choice between evils. They must have a chance to vote for the greatest good, for the greatest number. Only through the organization of a new party can the people of the United States voice their true desires and aspirations.
When the chips are down, cooperation, rather than selfish interest, is the key to survival.
We will not allow any dancing. Is that clear with everybody?
Said you can be free as you wanna be. Just listen to me. Hey, so you say that you wanna be free. Well, we're here to tell you that you ought to be. But you've got to make up in your own mind that it's up to us to change this time. What's the answer to our fate in a world so filled with hate? We got to find a way to make it cease, to truly love and live in peace. We're here to let you know. We're here to let you know. We got to let you know. That we are here to let you know.
capacity or state of being free, such as the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action.
You know, you do have a choice.
Death is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Living a worthless, useless life is much worse than dying.
From no one, we weren't fools. A teacher says we're done, we're only having fun. You know it kissed on everyone. In
you know, to listen to Fox, to listen to CNN, to listen to MSNBC. It's all about left versus right, isn't it? But I don't think that that's the real political divide that most matters in this country. I think that's kind of a cartoonish version of the political divide in this country that makes billions of dollars for political forces and media forces. The real political divide in this country is between the powerful and the powerless. And the powerful few are headquartered in both major political parties. It is the corporate-backed forces, whether it's big pharmaceutical companies, big oil companies, military defense contractors, etc., that are obstructing the financial well-being and the greater economic and professional and just personal opportunities of the American people.
Now, we have massive documentation of what they call the secret wars of the CIA. We don't have to guess or speculate. We had the Church Committee investigate them in 1975, gave us our first really in-depth, powerful look inside this structure. Senator Church said in the 14 years before he did his investigation that he found they had run 900 major operations and 3,000 minor operations. And if you extrapolate that over the whole period of the 40-odd years that we've had a CIA, you come up with 3,000 major operations and over 10,000 minor operations. Every one of them illegal, every one of them disruptive of the lives and societies of other peoples, and many of them bloody and gory beyond comprehension almost. Extensively, we manipulated and organized the overthrow of functioning constitutional democracies in other countries. We organized secret armies and directed them to fight in just about every continent in the world. We encouraged ethnic minorities to rise up and fight. People like the Mosquito Indians in Nicaragua, the Kurds in the Middle East, the Monks in Southeast Asia. We have organized, and we still do, and fund death squads in countries around the world, like the Treasury Police in El Salvador, which are responsible for most of the killing of the 50,000 people just in the 80s, and there was 70,000 before that. And orchestration, CI, secret teams, and propaganda led us directly into the Korean War. We were attacking China from the islands, Quemoy, Matsu, Thailand, Tibet. A lot of drug trafficking involved in this, by the way.
The bank had its genesis during the Vietnam War. 4 of the original stockholders were Americans who listed their addresses as Air America, Army Post Office, San Francisco. Air America was the CIA airline in Indochina, hauling men and supplies on clandestine missions. And according to former CIA agents, even drugs out of the so-called Golden Triangle, where the borders of Burma, Laos, and Thailand converge.
We were to become the paymasters for the CIA around the world. In other words, we were putting ourselves in the position to disperse funds for the CIA to whoever they were directed.
In recent years, there have been charges from time to time that the CIA has involved itself in illegal activities. Some of the most bizarre to date involve a bank in Australia known as Nugan Hand.
Nugan Hand sent Neil Evans to the Thai city of Chiang Mai, the commercial center of the drug trade. He claims the CIA made millions and used the money to finance some of its secret projects.
The idea was that money would be deposited with the Nugan Hand Bank by the CIA through various channels, and also that the Nugan Hand Bank would be the repository for funds coming in from various CIA enterprises, namely drugs in Thailand, marijuana in particular, and that the Nugan Hand Bank would then be responsible for rerouting that money to an account in America with a New York bank.
Nugan Hand was not your ordinary bank. There were secret numbered accounts, and hardly any of its top people were bankers. Many were American civilians and former high-ranking military officers with ties to U.S. intelligence. When they found the body of Australian businessman Frank Nugan, the bank's chairman, shot to death a few months before the bank went under, they discovered in his pocket the business card of this man, William Colby, former director of the CIA. Nugan's partner was Michael Hand, an American Green Beret, who served 2 tours in Vietnam, one of them for the Central Intelligence Agency. He disappeared a short while after the bank collapsed and is now believed to be dead.
Same thing for the Vietnam War, and we have extensive documentation of how the CIA was involved at every level, or the national security complex, because it's a very cooperative thing, into manipulating the nation into the Vietnam War. And we wound up creating the Golden Triangle, in which the CIA, Air America airplanes were flying in arms to our allies and flying back out with heroin. We launched the largest, this is something that Jimmy Carter did, Admiral Turner brags about it, the operation in Afghanistan. Biggest single operation, I'm told, in the history of the CIA's secret wars. And sure enough, very quickly we produced the Golden Crescent, which is still the largest source of heroin perhaps in the world today. I think it was in the mid-'80s that I coined this phrase, the Third World War, because in my research I realized that we were not attacking the Soviet Union and the CIA's activities. We were attacking people in the Third World. And I'm going to just quickly, in the interest of time, just give you a little sense of what that means, this Third World War. Basically, it's the third, I believe, in terms of loss of life and human destruction, the third bloodiest war in all of history. They undertake to run operations in every corner of the globe. They also undertook the license of operating just totally above and beyond U.S. laws. They had a license, if you will, to kill, but also they took that to a license to smuggle drugs, a license to do all kinds of things to other people in other societies in violation of international law, our law, and every principle of nations working together for a healthier and more peaceful world. Meanwhile, again, they battled to convert the U.S. legal system in such a way that it would give them control of our society.
It's all happening, including things you don't need to know about, for those in power will take care of it, don't you worry. For more information on this program, including playlists and the material you're hearing on it, please visit bigbeef.com, unless, of course, you're a security clearance holder within the national security state, in which case you've already got access to all the information you could possibly need. So just sit back and enjoy the entertainment, brought to you by your friends at Big Beef Productions, as there's plenty more to go on this edition of
It's All Happening.
Yes, is what it is, and what it is love, and love is what it's all about in the frantic panic, day-to-day death wish schizophrenic city. Yes, is the stuff that makes it work and hold together, how it fits and intertwines, and how the rhythm flows, like the river Siddhartha sat by. Yes, is the music there for listening, is the poetry there for perception, beauty for even tired eyes. Let's rub noses in the smell of things, fingers through grubby summer grasses, as polluted pearls burst over rooftops, hope encapsulating a moment of truth in a moment of time. Yes, it's at moments like this I can run barefoot over wet paving stones, let the city perform its bitter reflections without regret, for it's in good hands, the hands of the master. Yes, just a feeling, just the feeling, you can feel it, I can feel it, streaming through a continuous enchanting rhythm.
It's time for today's edition of Band on the Run, a feature segment of It's All Happening that sheds light upon music that has, at some point in time and for one reason or another, been publicly banned by the powers that claim to be, usually by declaring any airplay of the material verboten and purging it from radio playlists. On today's edition, we travel back to 1976 South Africa, where, following the Soweto uprisings in which students protesting the government's apartheid policies at the time were murdered by state police, Ivan Cady and brothers Gary and Punka Koza did what so many others have done in response to the criminal conditions of their time. They came together to give voice to their compatriots through art and music. Influenced by the likes of bands such as Ziggy and the Stooges and the Gang of Four, along with the burgeoning two-tone, ska, and reggae scenes in the UK at the time, they formed a band and produced, among their various works, this slice of hard rock that took direct aim at the role of the international corporate media that was helping propagate for the apartheid regime ruling their country, as well as perpetrating and covering up the atrocities being inflicted by pro-white and colonial forces during the Angolan War of Independence raging on at that time. Their music put them directly in the crosshairs of state police surveillance and government censorship, in which airplay for their work, and even the ability to perform publicly, was increasingly difficult and sometimes outright banned. The pressures eventually broke the band apart, but not before they delivered this blistering critique of said media and the governments that support it. This is National Wake, with their acidically spot-on take on international news.
South Africa went through turbulent waters with boycotts by many international sporting bodies. But still, 1976 brought many international events to South Africa.
They put a blanket to suffocate it. They put a blanket to suffocate. International, international news. International news. International news. International news. Intentional news. Intentional news. International
Everywhere I look this morning, people singing such a wondrous sound.
Whenever I'm in doubt about things I do, I listen to the high-stick when it's out in the queue. I go out for my walk and set a social mood. Don't let it get me down, I'm walking the tube. While I'm out in the open, gathering shoppers around. The neon signs that take your eyes to town. Your thoughts are chosen, your world is advertising now. And extravagance finds to worship is out the pound. But it's a harmony in my head. It's a harmony in my head. The distorted faces, expressions all around. Our lives single out in this scene so obvious now. Your casting checks have placed their payments down. And as the line of buses I wait to take you out. But it's a harmony in my head. It's a harmony in my
Tell me, baby. Tell me.
You're listening to It's All Happening. These harmonics are being delivered to your head by your friends at Big Beef Productions. Keep your dial tuned here, as there's more to come, right after these messages.
Friday limps into the weekend with a broken heel and a hand stamp from the deep end. Saturday yields its time to Sunday. Who blows it all on nothing much until it crashes into Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday comes around again. And the wind blows and the fear grows and the nervous ticks begin. It goes on and round and round, 'cause you went away and I'm just sitting here with nothing clear but tick tock, tick tock. Nothing but time.
right into June. July bleeds into August, skipping stones across the moon. September always takes too long. October, November, 2 more verses in that same sad song. December disappears in the shadow of January, and then the groundhog splits and gets away with all the march that he can carry. It goes on and round and round, 'cause you went away and I'm just sitting here with nothing clear but tick tock, tick tock. Just can't seem to find my groove, or sleep, or breathe, or even move on and round and round, 'cause you went away and I'm just sitting here with nothing clear but tick tock, tick tock.
Societal collapse by 2040? That's the prediction of a new paper, in the Yale Journal of Industrial Ecology, that is if the current trajectory of global civilization continues. As in these Times reports, the study actually follows the same timeline laid out by researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1972. And if you're looking for a glimmer of hope, the data suggests we have about 10 more years to change our priorities. Time to get busy.
Clint said it's all happening too quickly.
I'm staring at a bit of scabby to see, wondering why it was I never could reach you. I tried to call you, I couldn't get you on the line. Nothing matters now, it's all through, but there's no getting that until the lessons learned. I tried to call you, I couldn't get you on the line. So blue, Pacific on my mind. Blue, Pacific on my mind. Blue, Pacific on my mind. Call my mind. Hey, blue, Pacific on my mind. How many times did it crush and burn? How many times until the lessons learned? I tried to call you, I couldn't get you on the line. I tried to call you, I couldn't get you on the line. I tried to call you, I couldn't get you on the line. Pacific on my mind. Pacific on my mind. Pacific on my mind. Pacific on my mind.
Victor Krummenacher with the title track to his Blue Pacific release, closing out this edition of It's All Happening, your weekly sonic adventure into our world through music. I'm Andy Valeri, your producer and host, thanking you for tuning in and making It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. For information on the material featured in the program, along with playlists as well as information on how to listen to this and previous episodes online, signing up for our mailing list, and more, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. You can also contact us by email at info@bigbeef.com. Thanks to everyone out there for listening. If you like the program, please feel free to spread the word. Special thanks as well to all the great stations who deliver It's All Happening to you over your public airwaves. Tune in again next week for your audiophonic antidote to a world saturated in disinformatia, a world in which
it's all happening.
Blood from the sky, food for the earth.
The preceding program has been a presentation of Strategic Air Command, a proud subsidiary of Big Beef Productions.